What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 2 Minute Warning Podcast. In today's video, we're going to be predicting every single major award for this upcoming NFL season. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. McKay, who is the MVP going to be this year?
I picked Lamar. It's
Interesting,
very,
okay.
very basic. I think he's the favorite by a little bit. He deserved it last year. He got it the year before. He's clearly the best quarterback in football, and it's a quarterback award. I don't really see. Like, Barkley just had over 2,000 yards last season, and he didn't even really... Was he even a finalist?
Yeah, he was a finalist. He just didn't really have a chance.
His odds, even when he was a finalist, were like... it just wasn't going to happen. So it's just always going to be a quarterback award, and Lamar's easily the best quarterback, and he's in the same situation he was in last year, with a better defense.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a really good pick. The only reason I did not go Lamar is mainly voter fatigue. I feel like people aren't going to want to give him the award as much, even if he deserves it. I think he deserved it last year. He didn't get it. People like giving new people MVPs, so I went with Joe Burrow. I think if they make the playoffs, he's getting it. I think it's as simple as that. It's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs, but if they do, he gets it. Like, I think it's almost automatic. I expect him to have a really freaking lights-out season. I think he's going to have an even better season than he did last year. And if he does, then, he's going to be very deserving of the award. He's going to have a lot of touchdowns, a lot of yards, and his connection with Chase is always going to be off the charts. But like you said, Lamar's in a really good spot, with that defense. I think they have a really good chance to be the number one seed this year, and those types of things. But I really do think if the Bengals make the playoffs, I think Joe Burrow's going to get it.
I also could say, can you really give the MVP to a player who takes his team to 9 wins or 10 wins?
Well, it depends how good of a season he has, I guess. But
yeah, he had a really good year last year. If they had 9 or 10 wins, do you think he really wins it?
I think there's a good chance if they made the playoffs that he would have won it.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna have that good of a statistical year again.
I think he's gonna have a better statistical year.
Really?
I think there's a
because
world...
you said that there's if they make it, he's just gonna get it. He has to have a year like last year.
Well, right, better. But I think if they make it, that means he did. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, I mean,
he kind of has to have a year like that to make the playoffs. But I honestly think there's a world where he has 45 passing touchdowns and a ridiculous amount of yards this year. Pretty freaking good year,
Yeah, but with voter fatigue for Lamar, he did win it the year before, and he got extra fatigue because he should not have won it. It should have been CMC or maybe even Dak Prescott because his passing numbers were at least a lot better. But he didn't win it last year, so can you really have that much voter fatigue because he got second?
Yeah, because he already has 2 MVPs.
Yeah,
so
but if Rodgers has 4, Peyton Manning has 5.
Right, Rodgers got those 8 years apart, his second and third MVP.
Yeah, but his third and fourth are right next to each other.
Right, but I just think they're at that point, Rodgers was established as an all-time quarterback. The time he won his fourth
I think
MVP,
Lamar's an all-time quarterback.
Right, but most people don't think he's what they do. But what I mean by that is Rodgers was already established as probably a top 5 quarterback of all time when he got his 4th MVP. People are there's a difference between being that established and being the guy that everyone thinks is a playoff choker and they don't want to give you more awards. And also that season it was between him and Brady. So either way, they were gonna give him one quarterback another MVP. That was super voter fatigue or whatever you want to call it. But Joe Burrow's never gotten one when we know he's a quarterback that's going to win one. More than likely than not, because he's phenomenal. People like Joe Burrow. They feel bad for Joe Burrow in the situation. I think people are more wanting to give it to Burrow than they are Lamar. Even though I think there's a very likely world where Lamar deserves it more. I think Lamar's a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. However, I still think the MVP award will go to Joe Burrow.
You want to talk about Allen? I think he's the second lead. I think he's around where Burrow is.
Well, he's the second favorite, but
okay.
I don't think he's deserving of that. I don't see a world where Allen gets another MVP this year.
I mean, it could be the same situation as with Lamar, where he did not deserve it and then has an even better year and then didn't get it. So I think Allen has to have an even better year this year to even be in the conversation.
Right.
Last year, he didn't even have 30 passing touchdowns.
I know, but the reason he didn't have 30 passing touchdowns is because he really dialed back to make sure he didn't turn the ball over, which is what he needed to do. But if he continues to do that, I don't think he's going to put up the stats to ever be exponential. I think he needs to be exponentially better than last year to get the MVP this year, because I don't think that he was anywhere near Lamar in statistical the statistical category, and I expect Lamar and Burrow to both be pretty far above him in stats. And so I don't see a way he gets it this year, especially with the voter fatigue, him winning last year. They could be the 1 seed with how easy their schedule is, but I just still don't see a way that they give it to him again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really between those three, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I don't. Who? Maybe Mahomes was fourth.
And Mahomes was fourth. I think that's crazy.
Like he just hasn't been that good in the regular season as of late.
That's like 3
doubt
years.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a pretty wild prediction. And then people like to throw in like Jalen Hurts, but I don't see how Jalen Hurts
Or
has
Jaden
stats.
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels, yeah, no way.
Jalen Hurts has a 0% chance.
Yeah, he's never gonna have the passing.
He's never
yards.
had 3,000 passing yards in a season.
Right.
That's like, if you don't get 3,000 yards, you're probably not starting at quarterback.
Right.
Except for him, I guess.
Yeah, but you want to talk about the long shots real fast?
Yeah.
Let me explain it first. So for our long shot, we are doing one, like our prediction, then we're doing our long shot as well. The long shot is just someone that's not in the top 10 odds this year for that award or whatever we are ranking here. So Joe Burrow was my MVP, but Bo Nix is my long shot because he was outside the top 10.
Oh my
I should throw that in there. He deserves to be higher than he is.
He does, but like
he's tied with Trevor
like 20th,
Lawrence.
and he might deserve to be like 15th.
I think he deserves to be around 10. I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
Like, because this defense is so good, this team is so good that, like, let's say we hit our ceiling and we have 13 wins this year.
He's not going to be the most valuable player on your team.
Right. I agree. But, like, it's a quarterback award, like you said. Like, I don't think he's going to win the MVP. This is a long shot for a reason. Mm-hmm. But it's a quarterback award. Let's say we're the 1 or 2 seed. Like, very high ceiling, obviously. Very high range of outcomes. But let's say we hit the 1 seed. If we hit the 1 seed, Bo's probably going to get it.
Well, I mean, he has to also be the reason you get to the 1 seed.
Right. Well, let's say Bo, it takes a step, goes over 30 passing touchdowns because he had 29 last year. Let's say he gets 32 this year, cuts down the picks a little bit. Let's say he's 32 to 9 interceptions with the 1 seed.
That's not really an MVP year.
I think he gets MVP with 32 to 9 with the 1 seed.
I mean, I think Lamar and Burrow are both going to be better than that.
I agree. But if Knicks gets the 1 seed, then that's what they care about the most.
I mean, I just don't think that was the best long shot you could have taken.
And, like, obviously, I think Lamar and Burrow are going to be better than any long shot we could do. Like, that's a bad argument. That makes no sense.
Like, in his best range of outcomes, I don't think he's going to be up there with Lamar and
I don't think anyone is.
Or Burrow.
But I know who yours is going to be.
Who is it?
Drake May.
No, it's not.
Wait, what?
Dak Prescott.
I thought about him, too, actually.
He is going to be the most valuable player on his team, and it's not going to be close, unless you count
You really
CeeDee
like
Lamb.
Dak Prescott.
But I'm just saying, no run game. They're playing with Javonte Williams. They're not going to be able to run the ball. That defense is not very good, so every game's going to be a shootout. And, like, he's kind of like Burrow. Like, he has to do all of his team's heavy lifting, and, like, he's shown that he can put up really good stats in the regular season. Like, he almost won MVP 2 years ago. And then people just forget about that because he started the year a bit slow and then got hurt. So, as a long shot bet, I think this is insane that he's outside the top 10.
I don't know. I actually think that he's less likely than Knicks, and I think that you could say that's some bias, but here's the reason why. I don't see a world where the Cowboys get the 1 seed. I don't see a world where the Cowboys.
They could win their division.
There's a world where the Cowboys miss the playoffs pretty easily.
Yeah, that's why it's a long shot.
Right. So, both those things like are a big important thing. Like, if you can't get the 1, I feel like taking a long shot on someone that can get the 1 seed and they're not in the top 10 for odds is crazy value because people value that so much. I think that's a big reason Allen won the thing is because they were the 2 seed last year. Won the MVP because people value being that high up.
I think the Cowboys could be the 2 seed. I don't think that will be, but I think that's their high end outcome.
That's a world for that, but I mean, okay. I don't think their defense is good enough. They don't have a run game. I don't really think that. I think that
there is a possibility they can win the division.
Yeah, but that would mean the Eagles like sold, like not because the Cowboys are deserving
Super Bowl
of it.
hangover. They could sell.
That's what I mean. And like if the Cowboys win the division, it's with like 12 wins max.
That could be the 2 seed if you have tiebreakers.
I don't know. Like, I guess maybe it's like very unlikely though, and so.
Yeah, I just know he can put up.
And
MVP
people hate
numbers.
Dak for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. I also thought about that,
but
I saw his
best. It's not a bad long shot at all. I thought Bo Nix was the best long shot, obviously, but I'm sure some people want JJ McCarthy in there, or
I don't think so.
No, people really do. People think JJ McCarthy's going to win MVP. People love JJ McCarthy.
I don't think anybody's saying that.
No, people are. You should talk to Vikings fans. They love JJ. And then there's Caleb Williams. People really think he can win MVP this year. sure people want that as our long shot. There's just no chance. I think he was 11th in odds.
What?
Yeah.
He's above Dak Prescott?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or he might have been 10th, actually. He might not even be able to be a long shot. I think he actually might have been in the top 10. But, like, isn't that insane? Like, it's so ridiculous. Stupid how much they think Caleb Williams is going to do this year. But, yeah, moving on to Opoy. Who you got?
Another boring one. I got Jamar Chase.
Me too.
He had an Opoy year last year, but Barkley was just better. So, I think he could easily win it this year. I have him. I think he's gonna have another good year. Burrow's gonna have a good year. Chase is gonna have a good year. So I think he's gonna repeat it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly forget that he doesn't have an Opoy because his season was so good. Mm-hmm. When I'm like, oh, he had the Triple Crown. Like in my head, it's just like, oh, he had an Opoy, but like he just happened to fall on the arguably best running back season we've ever seen. So he didn't get it, and it's weird. But like I think they're gonna be more wanting to give it to him. Because when seasons like that happen and people don't get it, then they're more wanting to give that award to that player. And also, I just think I think there's a world where he gets even better this year. Like,
pretty difficult to do.
Right, because he just had the Triple Crown. But there's a world where Burrow gets better, and if Burrow gets better, Chase is getting better because that means he's going to Chase even more. And, let's say Higgins stays healthy for longer. I think that helps Chase more. It takes some of his targets away, but yards-wise, it's going to help him. Touchdowns-wise, like he's going to get more open field to work with, but I mean, Jamar Chase is different, man. He's a step above any other receiver in this league right now, and he's playing with a top 2 quarterback in the league too. So like the combo is just deadly, like everyone knows. And if like this team almost made the playoffs with that defense, if that defense got worse. If this team makes the playoffs again, like him and Burrow are gonna have to have such incredible seasons.
Yeah,
that I think that these two guys can take the MVP and the Opoy home.
Yeah, easily. So you really think he's that much better than the next best receiver?
Yeah, I do.
You think he's that much better than Jefferson?
I think he's exponentially better than Justin Jefferson.
I think Jefferson was second or third in odds.
That's dumb. I think with McCarthy, I don't really think he has a chance, even though he puts up great stats every year. I'd actually bet on CD over him, and I'm not a big fan of CD.
Of course you're not.
But I think CD could get a lot of stats this year. I'm talking about Dak.
Easily.
And is CD in the top 10 for odds?
I don't know.
Because if he wasn't, then he should be your long shot if you got Dak at MVP.
Well, he must have been because he's not my long shot.
Okay.
I feel like Opoy long shot was a lot easier than a lot of the other ones.
I picked someone that was like in the 20s for Opoy long shot. Because they kind of just like throw quarterbacks in there, and I don't think a quarterback's ever going to win it anymore. Obviously. Like it used to be that when you were MVP, you'd also win Opoy. I don't know if you remember that, but like Peyton Manning would win like MVP and Opoy in the same year, which like I guess makes sense, but it's kind of boring. They got rid of that a few years ago, and now like quarterbacks don't win that award. It's like that's like the best player outside of quarterback, and MVP's the best quarterback. So like they throw like Lamar and Allen and Burrow and all those players in there, so that kind of like tanks the other players on the list. So I felt like finding a long shot was super easy. But do we want to talk about your long shot right now?
Yeah, my long shot's Malik Neighbors.
He wasn't top 10?
No, he was like 12.
Really?
Yeah, he could have a big year. He's one of those guys with a lot of potential. I could see him. Like the quarterback situation is really bad, so that really does hurt his production. But he's a guy who could be the best receiver in the league, or like top 3 receiver in the league in like the next 2 years, and that would not shock me at all. I'd be surprised if he was outside the top 5 in 2 years, honestly. So getting that value outside the top 10 is insane, in my opinion.
For sure. I didn't even see that, I'm going to be honest. If I did, I probably would have picked him. But I like that I'm picking someone different anyway. I want to throw some more players some love. And my long shot's going to be Drake London, baby.
He was not in the 20s.
Yeah, he was. He was below Brock Bowers.
You know, Brock Bowers, I think, was like top 10 receiving, like top 10 in odds to lead the league in receiving yards or something like that.
Really?
It's like, what?
That's crazy, actually. But I picked Drake London because I think Michael Penix is going to have a huge year, and I think Drake London is going to be a big part of that. I think I think Drake London's kind of a confusing player to me because I think that Penix complements him so well, and that like their connection is so good. I see him being one of those players. It's like if he was with a different quarterback, he wouldn't be nearly as good. If that makes sense. Like that's what I expect from him this year. Is he's going to be like so good that it doesn't really make sense with how he's playing. It's just that their connection is that good. If that makes any sense. So I expect him to have a huge year. I think this is a guy that could be top 3 in receiving yards. I think this is a guy that, is going to have such a phenomenal year, but he's a great long shot in my opinion for for Opoy.
Yeah, I didn't even see him, but if I did, I'd expect you to pick him because you're obsessed with him now. He's so similar to Roma Dunze, especially how he played in college. That might have something to do with it. He likes playing with that skill set, and then he's got so many targets and so many yards. He was averaging like 150 yards a game or something the last 3 games.
I don't think it was that many, but
it was a lot.
Last week of the season, he had 17 targets and like 180 yards or something.
It's insane.
Yeah, so Nix loves throwing to him, and it works really well, clearly. So because they put up like 40 points in that game. Granted, it was against the Panthers defense.
Yeah, that was one of the best quarterback games of the season.
Oh dear. Just because Bryce Young threw the ball and turned around to a wide open man who almost dropped it.
No, they both played out of their minds.
Well, Penix did. Bryce played pretty all right.
Dude, he gained so much aura by turning around.
No, dude, why do people glaze that so much? Like, it does not look cool. Like, he did not do it cool.
He didn't even do it first. Lamar did it first.
Yeah, he copied Lamar, and he didn't do it cool. Like, he turned around and did the touchdown symbol, and the guy behind him almost dropped.
That's like the Panthers, what happens.
Yeah, yeah, it was so funny, though. Is there anybody else you want to talk about before we move on to D-Point?
I guess it could be a running back.
Yeah, I mean...
It's just hard to predict who's going to, like, in my opinion, it's hard to predict who's going to be the most productive running back this year because Saquon got so many touches last year. I don't know if he's going to repeat it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a tough game to play. I think receivers are easier to predict because receivers are so heavily based on quarterbacks a lot of the time. That it kind of correlates with that, if that makes sense. But running backs, it's not. It's just, and running backs they fluctuate so much. Like one running back can be number 16 one year and then be the leading rusher the next. So it's just a weird game to play. But D-Poi, who you got?
This one was the hardest award.
This was so
in
easy.
My opinion.
This might have been the easiest one.
There could be like 10 players that can win D-Poi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like other awards, just like MVP, I was like, do I want to pick Lamar or Burrow? Like
I didn't even have a conversation. I just picked the guy I knew it was gonna be.
Like, Myles Garrett, is he really going to win it? He doesn't always get the sack production. Well, he does, but, like, it's never... Like, recently it hasn't been, like, the top sack leader, you know?
He just has, like, consistency.
And then, like, he's on the Browns. Like, are you really going to give a reward to a Browns player?
That's true.
TJ Watt just had a huge down year. Who's going to step up? I'm going to pick Aiden Hutchinson coming off an injury. It's really difficult to say he's just going to come back and be really good, but he almost won it last year if he would have stayed healthy. And... I just couldn't pick Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. So.
I mean, it was extremely obvious to me that it was Aiden Hutchinson.
I mean, I don't know.
Started the year extremely hot. He was still I think he was still top 5 in sacks in like 5 or 6 weeks after he got hurt or something. Like crazy numbers for the first few weeks. Yeah, it was a good situation for him, but then he ended up getting hurt. Super unfortunate. But like this guy has some crazy drive to come back and play at a high level. And I expect him to do so. Yeah, it's kind of hard to predict. Oh, he's just going to come back from a major injury like that. Like, bro, his leg should not look like that. If you've seen the injury, it looked pretty rough. But I think he's going to come back and play incredible. And if he gets on any sort of pace, I think if he's anywhere near the top of the league in sacks, they're giving it to him just because of how the season ended for him last year. And that's why I think it's so easy. Because I think if this guy is top 3 in sacks, guaranteed getting it.
What about the loss of Aaron Glenn? What if he's an Aaron Glenn merchant?
He's not. He is not.
What if he's a third-string offensive lineman merchant? That's a fair conversation to have.
He's not because
he did not play real lineman last year.
But he's played really he's shown signs of a breakout the years before.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Been a really good D lineman.
But he was not the top tier of pass rushers until he started playing these terrible linemen.
Well, until he came in the next season, you're acting like he only played terrible linemen. Like he didn't only.
He basically only played terrible.
But he looked good at all times. You could see through his pass rush moves how good he is. Like. This guy is legit. I mean,
I picked him for D-Poi, so I sure hope I think.
And now this secondary is good, and so that's going to help him get even more sacks. And we know that people want the sack numbers to make that D-Poi. Like Surtain, I saw wasn't even in the top 10 for D-Poi odds.
He's not going to win it again.
Right, but
they don't give it to the same person back to back, and he's a corner. It's so rare that he even won't.
Right, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying is it's so based on sacks that the reigning D-Poi is not even in the top 10 because he doesn't get sacks.
Nick Benito was 10th.
No, he wasn't. He was 11th.
Oh, we are looking at different odds then.
No, I counted him 10 originally, but then I recounted 4 times and he was 11. Turns out, were you looking on?
Looked at FanDuel.
I think I did too. I think it's FanDuel that I was looking at. Yeah, it was FanDuel. He was 11th. Or no. Maybe I was looking at the I think I might have been looking at the website that shows like all their odds. Like it averages out all the websites.
Well, I just looked at FanDuel because it was like I could just see them all at once, and I was like, oh, this is
but
nice.
Benito was 11 and Surtain was 12. But I just think it's crazy because it's like so based on sacks. But I think Hutch would. He's by far my favorite to win it. Like I don't think it's close for second.
I was kind of surprised to see Will Anderson and Jalen Carter in like the top 6 or whatever they were.
Yeah,
top
Carter
7.
was like 8, and I was like that. I would have done that.
Know.
But I also saw Danielle Hunter was like down at like 16 or 17.
I know. I saw Danielle Hunter
almost sent it
before I
to you.
saw Will Anderson. I was like, where's Will Anderson? I just kept scrolling down. I was like, is he really underrated? And then he said number 6 or whatever. I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
We expect him to take another step this year. It makes sense. Definitely going to be better than
Has he
Hunter
even had
this
10
year.
sacks in a season?
Yes.
Really?
He had 10 last year, bro.
I think
he had like 11 and a
I
half
think he had
last
9
year.
and a half.
No, he did not. He had double digits pretty easily last year. Because he's a great pass rusher. He was super underrated, Will Anderson, to be honest. He's for those that don't know, he's a D1 Will Anderson hater.
It's just not true.
loves
He
Danielle
has not
Hunter.
broken out yet.
12 sacks isn't breaking out. Playing for one of the best defenses.
Oh, 11 sacks.
11 and a half.
It was 11.
Oh, okay. 11 sacks is good. Like
That
really
is pretty good, but that's not like broken out yet.
What? Yes, it is.
Okay, that's like, what are we doing? Kayvon Thibodeau numbers? Like,
No, okay, but he's actually getting his sacks if you watch the film.
I don't know. I watched him against the Packers, and I was like, is this guy, people are talking about this guy?
Is he going up against Zach Tom? Don't you love Zach Tom?
Yeah, Zach Tom, like, I don't even know if he got past him once.
Well, that
Like, in anything.
okay, and if that's true, then like maybe you should praise Zach Tom instead of hating on Will Anderson.
Okay.
But who is your long shot for Depoy?
I picked Dexter Lawrence.
Whoa, okay.
He shows that he can put up the sack numbers.
Yeah.
And he's way more than just, like, his best stuff comes in the run game. Like, and he's a great pass rusher, obviously. So this Giants defense could end up being pretty good. And yeah, there's a couple of, like, I also put Danielle Hunter. He's not my real long shot, but like the fact that he was like 20th or whatever.
There's no way
is
he
insane.
wins it though.
You sure? Like, what if he gets like 16 sacks?
I don't think there's a world where he wins it because I think Will Anderson's going to be better than him this year. And I think
Will Anderson hasn't been better than him yet, so you're projecting.
he's played 2 years in the NFL.
Yeah, and you're just projecting him over him.
Yeah, because why wouldn't I? They've been very close.
No, Danielle Hunter's been way better.
Would they have 2 sack difference last year?
Didn't we look and he had like 16 sacks? Well, maybe
Not
it wasn't last year.
That was like 2 years ago. But
He
they
definitely
were
had
very
14
close
at
last year.
least.
They were very close last year. They're both very good players. And then we expect him to keep climbing Will Anderson, who's, this incredible pass rusher.
He already climbed Will Anderson.
What? I said Will Anderson will keep climbing.
He said he will keep climbing Will Anderson.
Yeah, okay.
He'll
And
climb someone. who's
comma
under you.
Will Anderson. And so I believe that if he continues to climb, he'll be better than Hunter this year. But I also think that most people think he already is, including myself. So when you think that, like, when you think about that side of it, if they're very close in sack numbers, I don't think there's a world where Hunter gets it over Will Anderson. And I think they're going to be close no matter what in sack numbers. They're both going to be good. This is the best pass rushing duo in the NFL. They're very, very good at what they do.
I almost picked Jared Verse for my normal deep boy.
I was going to say, with long shot, he was definitely top 10.
No, yeah. He was like sixth. I think he was 5th. And I was like, wow, that's really high. I was expecting
He's
him to be
phenomenal,
better.
but
Like, if he can just, like, finish plays, he's going to be in depoy conversations. Plus, he's a guy who, like, was a rookie last year. He's got a lot of hype. People want him to win a depoy. I thought he was a good... I was definitely considering
I think I'm going to predict him next year. I think Hutch wins
But
it
I thought
this
he
year.
was going to
and Verse
break
wins it
out
next
this year.
Yeah, to like second place in the depoy. But my long shot, by the way, is Nick Benito.
He was 10th.
I started putting less and less, like the rest of them, whenever I would consider a Bronco. I stopped after these two because I didn't want to put too many Broncos on here, obviously. But he was 11th, actually, on the average for all the websites, so mine's more accurate. But Benito, yeah, it's barely a long shot because he's one outside the top 10. But, I mean, outside the top 10, it's still a pretty big long shot. This is a guy that was pretty good last year. I think he got a lot of overhype. Like, that's going to upset Broncos fans. They get really pissed when I say that because they think he's as good as Micah Parsons. Guys, he's not as good as Micah Parsons right now. Just not the case. Micah Parsons is probably a top 3 edge rusher in the league.
He was also the depoy favorite.
Who?
Parsons.
Oh yeah, so like it's just
I just don't get that personally.
yeah,
with all this stuff going on.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm never bet on him, but I don't get the hype from last season. Like yes, he had a lot of sacks. He was a great player. Like this is a great pass rusher. But people act like he was like what 37th on the top 100. That's too high. That's way too high. I think Jonathan Cooper was genuinely better than him last year.
Why don't you pick Jonathan Cooper?
But I also think
He's
Jonathan
way
Cooper
more
is
of a long
underrated.
shot.
But I also think that Nick Benito has a lot more potential than Jonathan Cooper. We've seen big steps from Benito every single year of his career, and I expect him to take another one this year. And if he can make that jump to elite pass rusher this year, then I don't on the best defense in the league. Then there's a world where he could. He'd have to put up some big sack numbers more than he did last year, but he could do that. But for me, what I want from him is obviously I want him to get the pressures up. I think he's very good at converting his pressures into sacks, but he needs to get more pressures. I think Cooper had more pressures than him last year, but obviously less sacks. So people like to look at the sack number, but I think pressures are arguably even more important. So I want that to get up, and I think if that gets up, then he's going to get more sacks. He's going to be on arguably the best defense in the league. This is a guy that could theoretically win it if everything goes right for him. And I really hope, I kind of am trying to manifest the step forward because I think he could take the jump to elite. And I think people already think he has, but he still needs to take that step.
I mean, you don't like Nick Benito, though.
No, I do. I just think he's overrated.
You're a Nick Benito hater.
Just because I think someone's overrated doesn't mean I think they're a bad player.
It's interesting to say
Just like
someone's
Justin Jefferson.
overrated and then take them for an award.
Well, he is right now, but I'm expecting him to get better. It's like Bijan. You know how we expect Bijan to get to like that top 3 level, but he's not there right now, even though people act like he is. It's kind of what you were saying in the running back video. Like the reason that we talk about him being overrated is because he's overrated right now, but we think he can be what people think he is right now in the future, which makes it really weird. And then people are just going to be like, oh yeah, see, he's always been that, but he wasn't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody else you want to talk about, though? You know, Jonathan Cooper.
No.
What about Lucas Van Ness?
I was about to say, Lucas Van Ness, I mean...
I thought you were going to throw in Edgerrin Cooper as your long shot.
That's a really long... I was looking. He's really low, like near the bottom.
Really? I feel like there's a world...
He's a linebacker that could win it.
He's a linebacker that gets everything you need to win it as a linebacker.
Yeah,
he gets the forced
like
fumbles.
4 picks maybe. If he, like in a good year, he'll probably end up with like 4 picks.
That's a lot of picks for a linebacker.
Yeah, I know. And a bunch of a bunch of tackles for loss.
And I think he could get like 5 or 6 sacks. So
Yeah.
Let's say he has 5 sacks, 4 picks, a lot of TFLs.
20 TFLs.
Whoa.
He had like...
That's a lot.
He had 15 last year.
Yeah, but that's a lot.
He had 15 last year, and he didn't start until like week 12.
To repeat, though, that's a lot.
Okay, well, if he did that, and we have a great defense...
I mean, my user in college football 26 had like 55, so he'd have to get up there, you know?
Oh my
and he
gosh.
barely won the Heisman, so...
Yeah, well, I'm not picking Edgerrin Cooper for MVP.
That's true. All right, so let's move on to some of the rookies. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Obviously, Ashton Jeanty.
I went a different way.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This is a really weird award. I think Cam Ward and Jeanty, and then there's like a bunch of guys that are like...
I don't think Cam Ward's going to get it.
Well, I'm just saying at the top of the odds, it's them and then a huge drop-off.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Ward, if he's good, he's going to win it.
Which he won't
Will
be.
he be good?
He's going to come out and throw 3 picks
You want
in
him
week
to
1.
show signs. I don't think this year the Titans can expect him to be good.
Right.
He's in a terrible situation. I just don't think he'll win it. And Genty's in a pretty good situation. I think the offense is going to be pretty good. Preseason was a little bit concerning, but it is preseason. And he's a guy with already like so much name value. He's going to get the tiebreaker over a lot of other players, except for Travis Hunter apparently, because I mean he didn't in Heisman. So if Travis Hunter's really good, he has a chance as well. But
yeah, I don't
like
see
his stats on offense and defense are split. So will he even win either of them?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see a way Hunter gets it just because of that. But
he was like 3rd, I think.
Yeah, I thought he was like 5th, but I could be
Maybe.
wrong.
Oh, Tet was above him.
Tet was above him. Omarion Hampton was way up there.
Oh yeah, Omari Hampton was 3rd.
But I went Travion Henderson.
Not shocking.
I think Henderson is so good. We've talked about him multiple times. We got a comment the other day talking about how much we glazed Travion Henderson.
Wait, really?
In a running back video. Yeah, I
You
guess.
don't glaze him though. I mean, you had him at like 8 or something.
Yeah, I guess we misspelled his name, so they were like, if you're gonna glaze him this much, at least spell his name right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was the one that was spelling the names. I can't spell.
Yeah, you spelled it Travion Henderson when it's Trevion Henderson.
Whoops.
Yeah, so
No one cares. I'll do it again in this video. I think I'm gonna do pictures. I feel like it'd be easier.
But yeah, I think Henderson's really, really good. I think he's gonna be starting week 1. That's what it looks like the Patriots want him to do. And this is a guy that's gonna have those yards through the air and on the ground, and he's gonna be a super efficient runner too. Genty could end up with more yards, but he's gonna have a lot more carries if that's the case. I think in this first year, and I just think if May takes a step forward too, which I expect him to do, that's going to help Travion even more. And, like, he's going to have way more yards in the air than Genty is. He's such a good receiving back. But he's also going to be one of those guys, like I said, it's going to be super efficient on the ground, even in year 1. He's just so good. I mean, he showcased it in preseason and training camp, and people are finally getting on the hype train, which kind of sucks, like we've talked about. I wish we could get him in fantasy later. But I still think he's a steal for where he's going in fantasy. Like, that's how good he is.
I don't know if he's a steal. He's a good pick where
he's going. He's a good pick, but...
Like, would you rather have him or Chuba?
Him, easily.
I think it's close.
I don't.
Because Chuba's got a really good floor.
Yeah, but his receiving game is so much better than Chuba's.
Chuba does get a decent amount of receiving work.
Not like Henderson's going to get.
Yeah, there's a chance Henderson is Drake May's most reliable pass catcher. Mm-hmm. I hope that doesn't happen.
I think there's a world, this might sound crazy, I think there's a world where Henderson gets above 700 yards receiving and, like, over 1,000 on the ground. And so if he has 1,700 total yards as a rookie,
he's going to win it.
Yeah, so I think
if I was making the odds, I'd probably put him second, Cam Ward third, just because there is realistic world.
I'd put Tet third. I'd put Tet third, then Cam Ward fourth,
and then Matthew Golden 5. That's not even Glaze. I think Matthew Golden, like, if I'm making the odds,
I think I'd put Matthew Golden above Cam Ward.
If I'm picking, I'd rather bet on Matthew Golden. Like, even if they had the same value.
Actually, if I was making it, I'd probably put Cam Ward
at
at like 2, so that people would be like, or no, I put Cam Ward like a little bit lower, so people are like, look at those good odds. I'm gonna bet on that, so I can make a lot of free money.
Bro, that's so stupid.
Because he's not gonna win it. But who's your long shot?
Kyle Williams.
Wow.
Matthew Golden, I think, was like 8th. So
there's no chance Williams gets it, though.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is. What if he has that, like, 1,200 receiving?
That's just not going to happen.
That could happen.
No, it can't.
I don't think anybody outside the top 10 is winning it, for like, realistically.
There's one player that I found.
Jackson Dart?
No. You have to start in week 1.
I think Jackson Dart has a better chance than whoever you say.
I doubt it. I think you're going to be like...
Dart could start by week 4 and then just get...
Okay, my player is Tyler Warren.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But, like, a tight end... Brock Bowers just had the best rookie tight end season ever and did not win it.
But, like, that's because there was also 2 of the best rookie seasons... Yeah, or 3 of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen with him.
But I think a good year for Tyler Warren... Like, he could have 800 yards. You're not going to win it with 800 yards.
Right.
But that's insanely impressive for a tight end.
Do you know how much they're going to throw him the ball this season?
Lot.
And, like, I like Loveland even more than... But I like both these guys so much. These tight ends are so good coming out of this draft.
I think he could... There's a good... I think Tyler Warren might end up being in the top 3, like 4th. You know, like right
saying
behind
Jackson Dart has a better chance than him is crazy.
I think he does, just because he plays.
That's crazy.
If he plays and he plays well,
he's not going to play till like week 10 bare minimum.
What if Russ plays really bad?
They're not going to just throw Dart in. They're not going to risk their job on that when he's not ready. Tyler Warren is going to get so many targets. Like, he could be getting the amount of the targets that Bowers got last year. Like, that's the amount of targets I could see him getting. If he does, then like he could win it. And like the difference is like, obviously I don't think it's going to happen because I think Henderson and Genty are both going to be really good. Mm-hmm. But I think that if they're not, let's say they have, you know, some struggles adjusting to the NFL, then I don't see a guy that can be like that's going to guaranteed be better than Warren. I don't think there's a guy I would predict to be better than Warren this year.
I think Kyle Williams is going to have a really good year. I mean,
that's fine to say he's not going to have 1,200 yards.
Yeah, I know. But if he comes out and he's the most reliable pass catcher for Drake May could just pepper him with targets because he's the only competent wide receiver he has.
If he has 1,000 yards, that's an incredible season for him.
Obviously.
So like,
it's a long shot for a reason.
Yeah, that's a long shot.
Like, if you're predicting Tyler Warren to have a better season, I totally agree. But I think the high end potential of Tyler Warren to have like a rookie of the year type season, I just don't see.
I mean, it's more likely than Kyle Williams.
I just disagree.
That's crazy.
I think Kyle Williams has more...
And it's more likely than Jackson Dart. What are we doing?
I mean, Jackson Dart could come in and just be really good.
Yeah, but even if he's only good for the last 6 weeks of the season, he can't win it. Like, there's just no way. If he's not starting at the beginning of the year, he cannot win it. So like, there's just not a world where that happens. Purdy played what they went like 7-0. Everyone loved him for the last like 8 week or 7 or 8 weeks of his season.
I just think he could. I'm saying there's a chance
he
he
didn't win
plays
it.
before, and there's a chance he plays well. Like, it's hard to get rookie of the year for these players.
It's hard to
that
play.
Are long shots.
It's hard to not start week 1 and play well enough to get the award. Like, he'd have to have a historically good start to his career.
Yeah, and I think it's more likely than a tight end winning it because
That's
the best tight end,
insane.
rookie tight end of all time did not win.
Tyler Warren could be better than Bowers was
I
last
doubt
year. I said could. That's
I think
very
there's
high
like
end.
under a 0.5% chance.
And again, if Bowers was in this draft, he would win it. Assuming
You think
Henderson.
so?
If Henderson gets 700 yards, obviously not. But if he was in this draft, and
I think Genty might win it still.
that's ridiculous. That I mean, it depends what he has, but
Genty rushes for 1,250 yards.
I mean, yeah, that's a really good season.
Yeah, I think that's very much in the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, for sure. All right, who you got for D-Roy?
Same one as you, Abdul Carter.
It's too
If
easy.
you're not picking Abdul Carter, like, you're just throwing it away. Like, he's gonna win.
It's a free prediction.
Like, who's second in odds? Do you remember? Oh, it was. I know who it was. It was Jalen Walker.
No, he
Yes,
was.
it was.
He was no
on
not,
FanDuel. He was
Yeah,
second
not
in
on
place.
all of them. All of them, he was like 6th. But I think up there was Shamar Stewart was like top
He was like
5 or
8th
6 or something.
on FanDuel.
It's like crazy.
Like, dude, he had not practiced.
Yeah.
Like,
He
what are we doing?
sucked in college.
And he sucked in the preseason.
Like, he's not good.
I don't get it. He's like a guy who you're like.
I think he
this
was
guy's
below
got a
James
chance to be
Pierce,
good.
or he was above James Pierce.
I think James Pierce is a decent bet.
Yeah, I think that's the only other guy that has a real shot. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't see a world where anybody else gets it, man. I saw Mason Graham was like 8 or 9.
That's fine for him.
I think that's too low.
I mean,
Travis
it's hard
Hunter
for,
was like 3 or 4. I was surprised.
he just has to
wasn't
get
2.
like 5 picks, which could happen. He's great ball skills, but he's not going to play enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just really hard. To
I think
predict
if
someone
Abdul
else.
Carter gets 7 sacks, he guarantees it. Like, it's that easy for
It's
him.
not that many.
I don't think he needs to get that many to get it. But I also think he's going to get more than that. I think he's really good, and he plays on a really good D-line now. Next to Sexy Dexy, they're going to help each other out. And he's already looked great in the preseason and stuff, so I'm excited to watch Abdul Carter because I think he's phenomenal. Who you have for your long shot, though? This was the hardest one for me.
Really? I picked Will Johnson.
I did, too.
He's looked amazing in camp, and the Cardinals need a corner to step up on the outside. They don't have anyone proven on the outside. I definitely think Will Johnson could do that. And he just has to get some picks and then have Abdul Carter not be amazing.
Yeah. That's the only way that I see him not getting it if he got like 7 sacks. Is Will Johnson has like a lockdown year, gets the hype that like maybe Sauce did in his rookie year.
Sauce won if so is possible.
So it is definitely possible, but like you said, the Cardinals need a guy to step up. He's gonna have to adjust fast. Like he's gonna have to be locked down extremely early. This Cardinals team's gonna have to take a step forward as a whole, I think. And if the defense just gets better and he's a big part of that, then he could definitely squeak it out. And so I was surprised to see he wasn't top 10. And he was low too. Like he was like 18.
He was like 14 on
I think
FanDuel.
he was like 18 on the average, which is crazy. I thought that was wild. But yeah, I mean, until I found Will Johnson, I thought it was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Like I was just looking through, and it was like 11 was like who was it? It was I think Scorton was up there before.
I mean, he's going to be the best edge rusher on the Panthers.
What's the one guy's
maybe?
name? Like Ezeraku?
Ezeraku's going to be up. That's not the worst one because he's a good pass rusher and he's playing against Micah Parsons.
Mike
He's
Green was
on the
top
Cowboys.
5, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I
Thought you
thought-
might get good value there.
What? Yeah, I was gonna pick him
Yeah.
for sure. I think he's phenomenal. But have you seen the viral picture yet of like
No.
his pass rush? Of like he like there's a picture of him like stepping like when he got off the line, he like bent his foot so far and like carried his weight just completely on like 1 foot, and like it looked insane. Like I don't even know how to describe it to you. You have to see it at some point. But everyone's like, look how athletic he is. So he's already getting glazed. But we can move on to Coach of the Year.
This one's a funky one. Mm-hmm. Like the top 6 are all new head coaches.
Yeah.
That's just what the award is now. It's just rookie coach of the year basically.
Yeah.
I picked he's not really a rookie, I guess. I picked Mike Vrabel because I think the Patriots are going to take a huge step forward. They might win like 10 games, and if they win 10 games, he's got a very good shot depending on what other people do.
They're not winning 10 games.
They could win 10 games.
They're not winning.
If they win 9 games, you might get it.
Yeah.
They have to have a winning season.
I'm
though.
predicting 8 or 9 wins, and so I also picked him because I think people want to give it to him too. People love Mike Vrabel, so I think there's a really good chance he gets it. I wanted to pick Sean Payton just because, but I would
You could pick him for a long shot. Right?
I was like, no, he was 7, but I was
Bro
like,
was not winning it
but I was like, I can't. Well, he was a favorite last year. He was a top 5 favorite.
because that was he was like coming in with Bo Nix.
Well, if we won our division, I think there's a good shot. Kevin O'Connell won it last year, so it doesn't have to be a rookie coach. But I didn't want to pick too many Broncos, so I went with Mike Vrabel because the Patriots
You are
are
so biased.
even with the
I
Patriots.
haven't even picked a single Packer.
Yeah, it's because they haven't deserved it.
That's not true.
we
I
have
could've picked this for
we have
long
players that
shots.
actually have chances.
You said I should have picked Edgerrin Cooper for long shot deep boy.
Yeah, I think you could have.
That's a very big long shot.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, but Mike Vrabel has a really good chance. I think the Patriots are going to take a step, even if they don't get 10 wins. I think that's a very big step, but I think they get 8 or 9.
I think you have to have a winning record.
But I don't see them making the playoffs or anything. But
I think they could.
I don't see it. I mean, it's like they're one of those teams that could, but like I'm not gonna predict them to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see when we make our predictions.
Who's your long shot?
Okay, well, for the long shot, I was just thinking, are they really going to give it to any of these guys? But I ended up going with Brian Callahan because if Cam Ward plays well, I'm saying there is a world. If they will do well, he's winning it no matter what.
Dude,
You know?
there's not a world where the Titans do well enough for him to get it. It's just not. Like, you think the Titans could get 9 wins?
I think that is like the top 0.5% of their outcomes.
I think
There's just no
ceiling's
one
like
who's gonna win.
6 or
Who do you
7
have? Who do you have?
I have Jonathan Gannon.
He's not winning it.
Okay.
No one likes Jonathan Gannon.
Okay. Whoa, calm down, okay?
He wins 10 games, he doesn't get it. He has to win
Let
12.
me
He has to win 12
explain.
games.
Can I explain? Let me explain, okay? He's got a much better chance than freaking Callahan.
That's just not true.
It is. Okay, let me explain. So Will Johnson, let's say Will Johnson is a lockdown corner. Let's say this defense goes from pretty decent to good to like
Decent
top
is
10.
so generous.
They were like a top 17 or 18 defense last year, like statistically. Let's say they go and jump into the top 10. Let's say this team is good. Let's say this team makes the playoffs. This team goes into the playoffs with a good defense. And they win D-Roy with Will Johnson after everyone passed on him. This is a real team that could, they could be like, oh, this is an up-and-coming coach. This team developed under him. Like, this could be a guy they want to give it to after the season. And guess what? I'm not picking a guy that you're like, oh, well, if the Titans went from 2 wins to 9, like, they're not going to 9 wins.
I know.
So there's just zero chance that Callahan gets it.
No, there is.
I think there's a 0% chance because I think their ceiling is lower than the wins that he would need to get it.
I mean, depends. Your ceiling 17 wins.
I disagree.
But there's just not, like, you painted a picture for Jonathan Gannon to get it, and he doesn't get it in your picture.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Well, it depends what happens, obviously.
He
That's why it's
doesn't
a
get
long shot. But, like, let's say the
Let's
Patriots
say
don't
the
take
Titans
a step.
miss the playoffs and win 9 games. He gets it.
That's not happening.
That's the pick. That's way more likely than the Cardinals winning 12 games. Their defense is elite, and Jonathan Gannon
I didn't
wins
say
it.
they won 12 games. I said they made the playoffs, and their defense was
I
good.
think they win 12 games and he doesn't get it.
I think if they win 12 games, he gets it for
He has
sure.
to win 13 to get it. That's what I'm saying.
I think if they win 12,
No
he gets
one
it for sure.
likes Jonathan Gannon. He
No one
looks
cares
dumb.
about Jonathan Gannon.
No one
You
cares
hate
about
him.
him. And you love him. You're the only person who's ever hyped him up. He's probably like 28th on most people's head coach rankings.
That's like I'm telling you, like if the Patriots weren't good, and obviously the Titans weren't good, I don't know why that's a
and
conversation.
the Bears,
and the Bears aren't good, then like
he's like
that picture he gets it because he would be it's him or Sean Payton. But like this is a long shot for a reason. His odds are plus 2,200 or something. He's
There's a reason for that.
by far the most likely long shot. Like all the guys outside the
That's
top
just
10
not
had
true.
no chance. Brian Callahan might be the worst pick you could have done.
That's just not true.
It is.
Andy Reid can't win it.
I think Andy Reid is more likely than Brian
I
Callahan.
think Andy Reid if he goes 17-0, that's his only chance of winning it.
If they win 17-0, he get it. So there's a possibility. I think there's zero possibility for Brian Callahan.
That's ridiculous. You don't think they can win 9 games?
I think Brian Callahan might be fired by the end of the year.
Yeah, I think there's a way better chance he gets fired than winning Coach of the Year.
Exactly.
I think there's a better chance that Jonathan Gannon gets fired than wins Coach of the Year.
Bro, what are we talking about?
Neither of it's going to happen.
There's a better chance that Jonathan Gannon
If
wins
anyone
Coach of the
outside
Year.
the top 6 wins it, I'd be in shock.
I'd say top 8.
6.
You'd be shocked if Sean
I'm
Payton
cutting
won
out
it.
Sean Payton. Yeah, 100%.
You'd be shocked.
He's not winning it.
If we
You
won
guys
our
have
division,
to win the division and get like a top 2 seed for him to win it.
Okay, that's possible.
That's just not possible, bro.
That is definitely possible. When you have the best defense in the NFL, you can win games like a crazy amount of games. That's insane that you are hating on Gannon that much. Like, Brian Callahan, even if you hate Gannon that much, Brian Callahan's just a stupid pick. Like, I literally hate that pick so much.
Okay.
It's so...
When he wins it, then
Dude, if he wins it, I'll make my own apology video. Like,
that's it.
golly, there's zero chance. Cam Ward sucks. They're going to blame him, and
Oh my
their
gosh.
team's not going to win games.
If their team wins games, he's getting it.
They can't! They can't win games!
Okay, well, that's all that has to happen for them to get it.
They can't, that's a big if!
Exactly. It's a long
That's
shot.
an impossible if.
It's
They
not
cannot
possible.
win games. They won 2. They won 2 last year, and they didn't get better.
They just got times that by 4.5.
And they didn't get better.
They got Cam Ward. It's a big improvement from William Levis.
It might not be. Cam Ward is not good.
It's better than Will Levis.
Will Levis is underrated. He had a bad offensive line, worse than the league.
biggest Will Levis
Will Levis has all the talent. He just is stupid. Okay? You should like those players. You love Jalen Milrow.
as well.
Yeah. You could say that.
I am saying.
He's also not a good quarterback, but you could say he's talented.
And Will Levis is a good quarterback.
No, he's not.
He's an awful quarterback. He's so underrated.
He is underrated. Imagine if he had a real offensive line. It was number 32 in pass protection, according to that thing I showed you.
That thing you showed me this morning.
So, like, what's he supposed to do with Calvin Ridley and no offensive line?
You're going to hate my comeback player of the year long shot so much.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Well, like, a long shot for, like, that stupid award, it's never happening. Do you like yours?
Yeah, okay, let's go
You
to
think yours has a chance?
Yeah. Okay, what's your comeback player of the year?
My comeback player of the year is Dak Prescott because I've already predicted him to lead because I already have him as my dark horse MVP candidate. I was thinking about Aiden Hutchinson, but I have him winning Depoy, so he's not going to win 2 awards in my opinion. So
Yeah, I don't think you know how comeback player of the year works.
Do
If Hutch wins Depoy, he will get it. 115%. That's why I have him on here.
I feel like they wouldn't give it to you.
No, 100% they would. Because comeback player of the year is a completely separate thing where it's just like coming back. Like if you won
It's such a
Depoy,
stupid award.
if you win Depoy, you came back to the fullest extent. Like he would 100% get it. Like there would be no conversation.
That's stupid.
But it's definitely between him and Prescott. And that's not stupid. That makes sense. That's like way better than Joe Flacco winning it from coming back from the couch. That makes no freaking sense.
Yeah,
it's
but I
supposed to
think-
honor people that got hurt.
Yeah, that's the dumbest award ever. Like
No, that makes sense.
that was so funny when DeMar Hamlin didn't win it. He
He
that
deserved
was
it
his
way
award.
more than
That was
Flacco.
his award.
Yeah, it was.
He was like
deserved it more
minus
than
like
Flacco.
50 billion before the season.
I don't know how he didn't win it over a guy who's literally just did not get hurt. He just came back from retirement.
Yeah, that's funny.
So stupid.
And he played like 6 games.
It's so dumb. What's your long shot though?
Anthony Richardson
What's he coming back from?
being benched.
He has no chance.
It's the same thing that happened with Flacco. He only has to play like 7 games to win it.
No.
Yeah.
He just.
What if? Wait, hear me out. He completes 60% of his passes for 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, and he takes them to a 9-win playoff berth.
Then he's not going to be a finalist.
He'll be a finalist. He's a quarterback. He came back from being benched.
This isn't like the MVP. They don't care about what position you play. They just care about the freaking injury. Joe Flacco's the only year they
He
messed
got
up
hurt
like
from
that.
when he tapped himself out of the game.
He did
He
not
got
have a
hurt in
major injury.
preseason.
There is a 0.
Okay, this is the same thing. I just thought was like, what, Flacco won, so Anthony Richardson.
I think Anthony
Who'd you
Richardson.
pick?
I think Anthony Richardson could win MVP and he still wouldn't get it
Well, that's not true.
because
Who'd you
they
pick?
can't come back from the bench.
Who'd you pick?
I picked Rasheed Rice.
That's not happening. He's missing part of the year, and
He's missing 3 games. Ooh.
and he's coming. Well,
He's coming off an ACL to a real injury.
yeah,
And let's say he plays really good, like we know he has the potential to. Let's say Mahomes targets him a crap ton. I don't think he's actually going to because I think it's between Hutch and Dak. But he's a much better chance than Anthony Richardson.
that's not true.
If you actually don't think so, you're crazy. Like you're.
I think there's a
insane.
world where Anthony Richardson can win it. I don't think there's
There's
a world
not.
where
There's
Rasheed
just-
Rice wins it.
How did he get it over Hutch? How?
Hutch has a bad year, Dak Prescott has a bad year, and Anthony Richardson comes back and takes his team to the playoffs.
Comes back from what?
Being benched.
That's not a thing.
That happened with Flacco.
No,
He was not
it didn't.
playing football.
Yeah, he didn't get benched.
Richardson's not playing football on the field.
He got benched because he's bad in his third season. You can't be a comeback player in your third season when
You're
you
coming
got
back
benched.
from your team giving up on you. I feel like that is a comeback.
No, that's not what the award is.
The award is not coming back from the
And
couch.
they didn't give
it
up on
happened.
him. They gave him more time because he clearly needs it.
Bruh.
Like, what are we talking about here? The Joe Flacco year was the only year that they've ever done that, and it was terrible, and everyone hated it.
No, I loved it.
You loved it. Everyone else that have a brain hated
The
it.
voters loved it because they voted for him.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Everyone that didn't vote
Damar
hated it.
Hamlin came back and played like 10 snaps.
That's what the award is, McKay.
No, it's not like you got an award and you got hurt
Damar
and then you
Hamlin
stepped
was
back
a
on the
different
field.
case scenario because it was the most horrific thing we've ever seen in football.
Well, that's not true. People have died playing football.
Okay,
Like a really long time ago.
Yeah, I mean he
But
did
what if
die.
he came back? Okay, well that's not what happened.
He did die.
Well, he didn't die because
He died and then came back to life.
that's just not how it works.
I mean, scientifically, that's how, or like medically, that's how they say it happens. Like his heart stopped beating, he stopped breathing, he was dead,
No, he clearly didn't die.
and they restarted his heart.
Yeah, that's not dying though.
Well, it depends what you consider dying. Like
Dying is when you're dead.
Do you think your spirit has to move on to the afterlife? Because like
I think you have to be dead to be dead.
if that's the case, but his body was dead. Like it wasn't just unconscious, but he could not breathe, he could not move, he could not see. Like he did not have consciousness, and he was like his heart was not moving.
Okay, this is a dumb conversation.
And when he came back on the field, that is what the award is for.
No, the award is coming back from something and looking good.
It's not about that, McKay. You're getting so caught up in that like this isn't a performance award.
It is.
This is an award to honor like the fact that yes, football kind of sucks sometimes.
So what if
and
I
you
got
get hella bad injuries?
Like, what if you just threw me on an NFL field and I got hurt because I'm going to get hurt because I'm not built for football?
And then you came back. Like Hutchinson, I think has the best chance to because his injury was gruesome. If he comes back and like yes,
no, because he has to play well.
There is like a small portion of like yes, he should play well, but
That
like,
should be the whole award.
no, it shouldn't because this award is not about honoring good players. It's about honoring people that had to deal with an injury.
It's honoring players that bounced back from their injury and were still good.
So what injury is Anthony Richardson bouncing back from?
No, but like
No.
it
So
doesn't
what injury?
the actual definition is you come back from something terrible, like getting benched.
No, it's come
It
back
says
from
that
an
in the
injury.
definition.
It's like Alex Smith when he broke his leg. He came back and he got on the field. He wasn't good.
He was
but
starting at quarterback. He wasn't playing a few snaps on special teams or whatever.
Damar Hamlin's a starting safety.
Not anymore. Cole Bishop took it.
Thank God. But like Hutchinson's going to be a starting edge rusher no matter how bad he plays.
Oh, right. So he just has to get back on the field and
Yes,
wins the
and he
award.
will win it. As soon as he
Okay.
steps on the field, he wins.
We can just agree this is the worst award any sport gives out.
I disagree. I think it's
This award sucks.
I think it's good to honor people
They-
that go through gruesome injuries like that because sometimes football does suck.
Oh, so stupid.
Like I think Nick Chubb might have deserved the award last year.
Averaging like 2 yards per carry.
But he got back on the field running the ball, taking hits after that. Did you see his leg?
Oh my gosh, I don't care. So you think Tank Dell's gonna win when he comes back?
I think that's a decent argument that he should. Did you see his knee?
This is the dumbest award conversation of all time.
This is just
Dak
an injury
Prescott's
award.
injury is not bad.
Yeah, but like
It's not gruesome.
yeah, but
He's gonna come back and play well. That's why I picked him.
okay.
That's how the award
You
works.
just need to calm down because you're just hating on the fact that like they want to honor people that get hurt. It's like
Yeah, it's like
That's
who
a
played
good
the
award
best
to have.
out of people who got hurt.
like yes, that's part of it, but it's not.
So stupid.
This
Let's
award
just move on. This
isn't
award
made
sucks.
for the people that are like MVPs to honor who was really good. Opoy's honored who's really good. All these awards we talked about are to honor who was really good.
Everything should be about honoring who's
This
good.
award is honoring who got hurt.
That's so stupid.
Because McKay, you're
Okay,
going out there and you're
imagine you're Tanner Hudson and your leg
that's
falls
different.
off. Your leg falls off, and then your team comes in and you take
Is Tanner
one
Hudson
snap.
a starter?
Why does that matter?
We just agreed that it's a starter. Like Hutchinson starting at edge is what's going to get him that.
Okay, what if
Dak's
Burrow,
starting at quarterback.
No, sorry. What if Will Levis's leg falls off and
He's not a starter.
and they're like, we really want him to start
Okay,
one game and play one snap.
If his leg falls off and then he comes back on the field, then I hope he gets it.
for one snap.
Okay, well, that's stupid. He's not going to play one snap. Like, you're just making up stupid scenarios in your head. And I'm saying in real life, we're honoring the people that got hurt. Because imagine you're going out there every single day and your leg bends the way Nick Chubb's does. There should be some sort of award for going through the 12-month rehab he had to go through, and getting back on the field and playing.
Making money again.
Okay, whatever. We're just gonna move on. I think people are gonna get really pissed at you in the comments because like this.
No, you gotta come back and play well.
No, because like there's people that like physically cannot from that injury, no matter how hard they work.
Okay, you don't get an award for that.
But you get the award for working that hard. It's like a work hard award almost.
So stupid.
Like you just, I don't know. Like this is This is the most wholesome award. It's not like a.
Yeah, it's the dumbest.
It's a wholesome award in the NFL, and like I think people are gonna be pretty pissed if they are at this point in the video to see like that you're just absolutely hating on it because like
I think it's
there's
dumb
no
award.
reason. Yeah, we got that.
There's no definition. Players.
I mean, there is. I just told it to you, but
no,
you won't.
there's actually
You just
no,
don't
there's
like
no
it.
official definition.
You just don't like it.
And players in the odds, there's players in the odds who can't win it because they don't fit the definition that is not disclosed to the public. And like, what is the definition if you're giving it to people like Joe Flacco?
Okay,
and you're giving
again,
it to
one year.
last year.
1 year.
First of all, I don't even know because it's such a dumb award.
I think someone that actually deserved it. It wasn't Dobbins, was it?
I don't think so.
Dobbins was a good case for it. I'm trying to remember. You should look it up because I actually don't remember.
This is why the award sucks. No one cares about it unless.
Oh my god, you gotta calm down. Like you're overdoing
I think
it.
it's a dumb.
You're overdoing
award.
it right now.
There's a reason why other sports don't have it.
I'm pretty sure they do.
We should add Joe Burrow on it.
Wait, what?
Play well off of an injury.
Wait.
His injury wasn't that bad.
What was his injury? Yes, it was.
What was it?
Dude, people thought he might not ever be able to throw a football.
Burrow's won it twice.
Yeah, because his rookie year, he also had a pretty bad injury. I think he tore his ACL or something.
And that's not that bad. That happens to like 100 people.
Yeah, but that's a bad enough injury that you could win the award. Anyway, let's move on to protector of the year.
Ooh, wow, these are interesting. 1 sec.
I think we should move away from this before you keep hating.
Gino won it before Flacco. It does not have to be.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Gino got like the stupid. He came back from the bench. So
this is called most improved player. This is why we should have that award instead of comeback player of the year.
Well, yeah, because they just mix them sometimes.
Okay, so you said protector of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I got Penei Sewell.
What a basic answer.
I would have taken Wirfs, but he's not playing at the beginning of the year, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But
it's just like, and last year, like Mailata was, according to PFF and a lot of other metrics, the best lineman in football. I don't think he would have won it. Last year it might have been Lane Johnson who won it probably, because he was on the Eagles.
Yeah,
and everybody loves him.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lane Johnson wins it again this year, or wins it this year because people are in love with him. Like they love Lane Johnson.
Yeah, well, I'm picking. Everybody wants Lions players to win awards.
Yeah,
Penei Sewell's like the biggest name offensive lineman. People like give big awards to young players too, and Penei Sewell's like 24 still.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good pick.
Yeah.
But
who'd you pick?
I actually forgot to do this one, so I'm gonna pick live right now. I'm gonna go with Lane Johnson. I think because I just think I don't think he's gonna be deserving of it, but people are obsessed with him. And they're going to want to give it to him before he retires and then give Penei Sewell more throughout his career. That's my thought process on the spot here. So I didn't look at the odds, so my long shot's going to be tough. But
I mean,
I can think of a few guys that if they weren't in the top 10, I'd be
Deion
okay.
Dawkins.
He wasn't in the top 10?
He's in the top 10. He's 8th.
Oh. Is
think about players like...
Is Quinn Miners in top 10?
No.
Is Joe Alt?
I think so.
Because
he was like 6.
He was going to be mine. So I guess I'll go with Quinn Miners for my long shot. Quinn Miners.
They're gonna give it to a guard.
Yeah, why not?
I just think this could be. I think this could be like MVP, where they just give it to a tackle every time.
Every year.
I mean, obviously I'm predicting it. Like we have no idea, but looking at the odds, it was tackles. I think Quentin Nelson was in the top 10.
That's why a good long shot's a
was in
guard.
the top 10 as well. But I think those are the.
If we have a number 1 ranked offensive line again, though, and Miners is our best player, then he could.
They put Joe Tooney in the top 10 as well.
It
makes sense because if the Bears line's all of a sudden good.
Did you see the interview with Ben Johnson after the game where he was mad that Caleb took a sack?
I don't know. I saw someone being like, "This guy's already tired of Caleb Williams."
Yeah, well, they talked about like the play, and he was like, "Yeah, it was really good protection." It was just a play Caleb got sacked. It was so funny. Like
Bruh.
he's not having it.
This is not what Jared Goff would have done. I miss Jared.
But I think if we have a number one ranked offensive line again, which probably won't happen, but if we did, lowest sacks or whatever allowed, then Clay Myers could win it because he'd be on the number one offensive line and be the best player on there. So, but I don't think he will. It's just I don't think anyone realistically outside the top 10 is going to win it. You know?
Sure.
Who was yours?
Very similar logic to yours. I think Zach Tom. Basically the same reason, except for he plays tackle.
Yeah, I actually think Zach Tom's got more likely.
He could just people could just finally understand who Zach Tom is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's clearly the best lineman on the Packers.
His name's too boring though to get it.
It is so boring. Dude.
It's even
Is there a
worse
more
than Zach
boring
Allen.
name? But Zach Allen looks boring.
Yeah, but Zach Tom plays offensive tackle.
Yeah, but there's a reason why no one knows who Zach Allen is, despite him being getting sacks.
Besides him being one of the best D linemen in the entire NFL.
Okay. Zach Tom's the third or fourth best. Well, who's right tackles?
Okay, it doesn't matter though because
Anyway.
he's a top 2 D tackle. So
He just if the Packers offensive line's amazing. Who else are you gonna point to? Elton Jenkins, he plays center.
Yeah.
Also, he's not a top 3 center, so that'd be kind of a weird pick.
maybe
It's gotta be
Luke
Zach Tom.
Wattenberg. I'm just kidding. He's got a cool name.
Yeah, well, anyway, Zach Tom I think has a decent chance.
Yeah, I
He
actually
was 16th or something. I was like,
I actually
pretty
like
solid.
that pick. So I think he's even more likely than Miners because of your tackle argument.
Yeah, I think tackles can get pretty not overvalued, but valued properly. It's like MVPs. I think quarterbacks are valued properly.
Yeah, but for the MVP, they should be valued less.
I think McCaffrey should have won it instead of
100%.
Lamar, and that's the only time though. In my opinion, personally, I think
Well, then they always give it to the wrong person. Allen should not have won it.
it should have been Lamar this year, and then
We should start
McCaffrey
counting second
last
place MVPs instead of first.
We should
place.
start counting who should have actually won it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
let's
don't know. Do you think our old MVPs miscounted like this?
Probably not. Obviously, the year that Peyton threw 55 touchdowns, he won MVP.
I don't know. Rodgers was probably pretty good that year.
Yeah, he was probably
Should've won it.
close to 55. I think he was 30-something touchdowns and, 7 picks. It's pretty good. Not 55 touchdowns good, but it's pretty good. Got 20 less touchdowns, you don't deserve to win it.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. All right, let's go to passing leader.
I picked Dak Prescott. I kind of almost said it before. I picked Dak for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you
Because I
love Dak.
No, he's just gonna have a good year, and
No,
he's
you
gonna pass
you
for
do
a
love Dak.
lot of yards.
I agree he's going to pass for a while.
He's a top 8 quarterback in the NFL.
He was my second pick,
Interesting.
but I think it's obviously going to be Burrow.
Really? Yeah. Well, those are the 2 favorites.
I have him winning MVP.
I guess
so,
that's true.
if he
This
was-
is how Burrow wins MVP. Lamar does not need to lead the league in passing yards to win
Exactly.
MVP.
Well, I don't think Lamar's going to lead. I don't think that there's
he was
really...
near the top this year, right?
Well, he's always going to be... I think he's always going to be a top 5 guy, but not number 1. But, both guys are super likely. I think that there's a world where Dak does get it because he just throws the ball a ton. But I
Yeah.
also think that he's exponentially worse than Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow is going to have to throw the ball just as much because they're always going to be in a shootout. And so I expect Joe Burrow to have a ton of yards this year. He was the lead... or was it Baker last year?
I think it was Burrow.
It was Burrow? Yeah. I expect him to get even better. So I don't see a world where he doesn't get it. But assuming he doesn't, then Dak could definitely.
Long shot's kind of funny.
Who'd you do?
There's just no one.
There was no one. I had to go so far down.
I went with Michael Penix.
He was in the top 10 on the lists I saw.
He was not even close on FanDuel.
Oh, I checked on 4 different ones because the average thing wasn't on that one. And
What's the
so FanDuel was 11. He was 11. I checked FanDuel actually. He was 11. I think you must have just missed him. But I didn't know which one you did, so I didn't want to put him in. Because he was 10 on some, so I didn't want to. Otherwise, I would have picked him. Just putting that out there.
Well, no, I don't think I looked at FanDuel. Because this was for passing years leisure, so I looked at Betting Pros or whatever.
Is that the black one? The black website?
No.
Then I don't know.
Yeah, he's way down here.
He was 10 or 11 on every
it's
single list I
best
looked at.
props is what it's sorted by, I think. Oh, it's open. Wait, no, it's not even open line. Which one should I use?
I don't know. You can just say Michael Penix, but I want to say Michael Penix too. I don't know because they're obviously all different, but every single one I looked at was he was either 10 or 11.
He's 14 on this.
Okay, so I guess he's like 10 to 14.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great pick then.
Oh, it's because on one site he's plus. Oh, on DraftKings he's plus 280.
Okay.
So it's just doing the best bet. That's kind of annoying. But I guess it's good for betting, not really for making the video.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, let's just both go with Michael Penix.
Okay, definitely going Michael Penix then. I mean, he was my first choice I thought of in my head, but I just saw him around 10 and I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't.
He's below Herbert.
That's dumb.
I don't think Herbert will ever lead the league in passing yards. Jordan Love.
Not with Harbaugh.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Are we joking?
Tua.
Bro, what are we doing?
Yeah, like, I just don't think... Like, even Stafford, I don't think...
I mean, Tua led the league 2 years ago.
I guess. I just don't think Tua's that good anymore. He's barely below... Like, he's barely above Geno, J.J. McCarthy, and Caleb Williams.
I mean, he's going to be phenomenal. Same thing with Drake London. I mean, he was my long shot for Opoi, so if he was Opoi, then obviously he'd probably have to lead the league in yards. Maybe not lead,
and he's a guy who, when he plays well, he's going to have a lot of passing volume.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was thinking about Drake May. But Drake May, he's going to be, like, more efficient.
That's who I wrote down.
He might get, like, 4,000 yards, you know? He's never going to lead the league in yards.
I agree.
So...
He's also a runner.
Yeah, very efficient runner.
Penix has a better arm, but not as good.
Lamar, whoa.
What?
Lamar is like 20-something.
Really?
He's tied with Bo Nix. Oof.
That's pretty valid.
Jaden Daniels is below them, so he's even lower.
I mean, he had less yards by like 500 last year. Than
Drake May's plus 6,000. Jameis has better odds than Cam Ward, Russell Wilson, Bryce Young,
Bro, you
Jalen
don't know
Hurts.
about Jameis Winston like that?
Tyrod Taylor has better odds than Justin Fields.
What?
What is
Wait,
this?
Tyrod Taylor's out for the year.
Oh, that's why there's no line on most of these sites.
Anyway,
This is a funky list. Will Levis is on here.
I did.
He's also out for the year. Wait, Dylan Gabriel's the lowest besides Derek Carr and Will Levis.
Valid.
Valid, you love Dylan Gabriel.
Well, the thing is that he's not going to play enough. But anyway, I wrote down Drake May, but I think it's definitely Michael Penix if we're not counting him. If we're counting him as a long shot. So, But who you got for rushing leader?
I don't know, man. I picked Saquon.
Wow.
It's like him or Bijan, or like I don't think Henry at his age is gonna repeat the
I
amount of
picked
yards
Derrick
he had
Henry.
last year. I don't think that's gonna happen. And I picked Michael Penix to be second in passing, like the second, like my long shot for passing yards. So why would I pick Bijan to be my regular pick for rushing yards? So I just picked Saquon.
I picked Derrick Henry because he was phenomenal last year. Somehow they didn't lose a step, and I think there's a world where he definitely does lose a step this year. But I also think there's a world where Saquon gets way less touches. Bijan improves, but maybe not enough. And Gibbs doesn't get the volume he needs.
I don't think Gibbs is going to do it.
Right. So then in that world, let's say Derrick Henry only takes a tiny step back. He could win it. He could get the rushing lead.
I mean, I guess.
So I ended up going with him. I just thought it was pretty likely.
Rushing leader dark horse was so funny.
Dude, it's impossible. It's impossible. Outside the top 10, there's 0 people. The number 11 was Chuba Hubbard. And I love Chuba, but that should give you some idea. Dude has a 0% chance to lead the league in rushing yards. Like, let's be honest here. And that was who was 11. So I don't know who you picked, but maybe it's the same guy as me. Who'd you pick?
Chuba Hubbard.
Brother.
Well, there's a world where he gets a bunch of volume and he's a good runner, and like the Panthers
He's
need
not
to
going
run
to
the
get more
ball.
volume than Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I picked Breece Hall.
It's not a bad pick. I was thinking about that as I was saying. I was like, maybe Breece Hall.
I picked Breece Hall because let's say he bounces back to the year where he was, I think, second in the league or up there, and he was like the
definitely up
second
there,
best running back in the league. And let's say everyone else takes a step back. That's the only way it's even remotely possible for him. And that's the best I can give you.
Yeah, I don't. When neither of us are thinking this is really possible.
Yeah, like there's a 0% chance anybody outside the top 10 wins it. Like, let's be honest.
Who else has a chance to win it? Like, who's in the top 10?
Bucky Irving.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll pick him for my dark horse. I looked at the odds on him. He's definitely not there.
Kyron was like 10.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah, so it was.
He's never going to be like getting enough yards per carry though.
Exactly. So I don't know. It was really, really hard. That was the hardest one on the list for sure.
Yeah.
All right, who you got for your receiving leader?
Jamar Chase.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I mean, pretty basic pick
And
again.
if he's our boy.
You know what's funny? AJ Brown, you couldn't even make as a long shot.
No, you could. He was like 11 for me.
He was in the top 10 for when I was looking at. It's like
I saw that he was 11.
bro is never winning it. Bro's never gonna lead the league in yards.
I thought there were some decent long shot options.
Not really. I didn't like them.
I thought there were some decent
Chase is obviously the best receiver in the NFL, so I think he's gonna win it.
Yep.
In a good situation that he just had like the Triple Crown. And who else? I thought you might pick Drake London because you thought you were cool, but you didn't.
Well, and if he gets boy, then he's going to get it.
Why didn't you pick him then?
I'm talking about Jamar Chase.
Oh.
If we predict Jamar Chase to get boy, that means he led the league in receiving
I think
yards.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah. So this was probably the easiest one on the list. Who's your long shot though?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Me too.
There's no other options.
I thought it was a really good option.
I think that if he breaks out, then there's a chance this happens. Other people, if they break out, I didn't think there was a chance it happened for them. And you guys got to look, if you guys think this is a ridiculous pick, look at the odds because anyone outside the top 10 basically can't win it.
Also, if you think it's ridiculous, you're kind of crazy because like people forget so fast that he was a generational wide receiver prospect. Like generational. Like this might, like people were saying this might be the best wide receiver prospect we've ever seen generational. From the second he stepped into football and at the college level, as a freshman at Ohio State, he was phenomenal, like so incredibly good. And yes, last year he was less than people wanted him to be, but they put insane expectations on him. He still had a pretty decent rookie season in a situation where he was just not connecting with his quarterback. Let's say they come out and they're connecting on, like they're just firing on all cylinders, him and Kyler, and he takes a big step forward. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
I mean, this guy was someone we said was better than Malik Neighbors, was better than Brian Thomas Jr. by quite a bit. And if he is, then Malik Neighbors might be, a top 5 receiver this year. If he can bounce in front of him, like this is not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, like most of my long shot picks are just guys who I said was in the realm of possibility for them to win it, and he was like the only one.
Yeah, and I think that like he actually is in the realm of possibility. A lot of these I don't even think is a real chance. Like Breece Hall, like come on.
I mean, Chua Hubbard could.
Yeah, whoa.
You're just like the whole way. Like whenever we talked about it, you're like, who am I going to pick? Chuba Hubbard? And I was like, yeah, I mean,
That's
you
so
could pick
fair.
him.
All right, well, we got one more award. We are doing like kind of our own one. We wish it was in the actual award because that'd be
I don't
cool.
get
They
why
do
it's
it in the NBA, but we wish we did it in the NFL. We're gonna do most improved, who we predict to have the biggest breakout this season. Who do you think is gonna
Did
be?
you do a dark horse?
No.
Me neither.
Okay, good. I was like, I probably should have.
I was like, well, there's no odds. So
Yeah, I didn't know how to
do
do a
it.
long shot.
I just did Drake May.
Makes sense for you.
I think if a quarterback is the most improved, then it's gonna like. If this was a real award, they give it to whichever quarterback had a breakout.
That makes sense.
Which is kind of lame.
That's the thing. I think there's gonna be tons of answers for this, and so we're just trying to pick one that we think is gonna do.
I think
right.
Drake May is gonna have an amazing year this year.
Like I think Drake May's a good pick. I think you could argue Drake London.
I think Caleb Williams would be the odds-on favorite.
So stupid. But like it depends how much. Like I think there's gonna be plenty of answers that were extremely improved. I think London's gonna be extremely improved this year. I didn't pick him because
I pick Penix.
no.
Okay, good because he only played 3
Penix
games.
only. That's the only reason I didn't. He only played 3 games. I thought he was good in those games. So there's players that you can pick. I'm going with Marv for this one as well because if I'm saying Marv he could lead the league in yards, that'd be a freaking hell of an improvement.
Yeah.
So I think he has a big breakout this year. I think there's a real world where he's a top 10 receiver this year.
I think that there's a way better chance Drake May breaks out though.
Yeah, but I think if Marv breaks out, it's going to be more of a breakout than Mace.
I agree with that.
So, but I think both are good picks. I think both are great. I think
Who else would people want us to say besides Caleb?
obviously London.
McCarthy can't win it because he hasn't played. I know a lot of people would want that.
Mm-hmm. Troy Franklin, pretty good pick
No
there.
one would want that. Probably a bunch of sophomore players.
Most improved. I'm trying to think if anyone else that I feel like this was so easy that I didn't even like think about that many.
Yeah, mine too.
Giants, no. I don't know. Like I feel like it's kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean is not a.
Don't get us copyrighted.
Am I gonna get copyrighted for that?
No, but
Cut that out. All right. Was there anybody else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
Alrighty. Well, that is it from us. Make sure you comment down below who you think is going to win every award and tell us what we got wrong. And tell if there's any awards that we should do next time that we didn't do. Any made-up awards or real awards that we might have forgotten, but I don't think we
I
did.
hope not.
But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Helps us out a ton, and have a good one.